Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope everybody's night is going great. We got another double upload, that's right. And today we're going to be talking about, tonight we're going to be talking about Effect. He is no longer playing in the Overwatch League for Season 1, guys. He is done. He said that today. We're going to talk about that. And secondly, we're going to be talking about more North American contenders. Philadelphia Fusion's university team, they looked really good today in game, but unfortunately outside of game, they were not allowed to wear their jerseys. Contenders actually banned the jerseys they brought to the stadium to play in. Really interesting. We're going to take a look at which jerseys they were wearing. That's pretty much it, guys. If you're new around here, drop a like on the video, subscribe to my channel, and let's go ahead and hop into this. So starting off with Effect from the Dallas Fuel, he said this today in his stream chat. It's pretty vague, but he did say this, and I don't go in stage 4. His fans asked why, and he said, "'cause hurt." Really small words coming from Effect, but it does seem like he is not going to be playing in stage 4. He's done for season 1. There's no playoff hopes for the Dallas Fuel, so it literally means he is done for this season. We won't be able to see Effect play professionally for I don't know how many months, 7, 8, whenever season 2 starts. And I don't even know if he's going to be on the Dallas Fuel. Honestly, I feel like Effect is going to request a trade if he wants to continue to play. Clearly, he's in a very unhappy spot in his life right now. He's just not satisfied with his team. He's not satisfied with the performance. He might even not be satisfied with a lot of things outside of his team too. Who knows? But the likeliness of him wanting to stick around with this roster and organization, I just don't see it. I really don't. I mean, he gets a lot of praise, a ton. Everybody thinks Effect is one of the best players in the league, even after the Dallas Fuel completely failed and did nothing this season. So he's definitely a high demand player, and he probably personally thinks he is a high demand player as well, so he's not worried about being able to get picked up from another team, which he shouldn't be. Effect's a great player. Sure, he's been pretty inconsistent in the Overwatch League so far, but he has had his breakout games. I really, truthfully do not think Effect is going to stay on the Dallas Fuel, so we might as well take a look at all of the teams and see which is a best fit for him right now and who might be a best fit for him come Season 2. We'll go in order of the standings, starting off with the New York Excelsior. Obviously, Effect isn't going to join them. They have their tracer, Saebyeolbe. Effect's a high-profile player and would cost a lot of money. I don't think they would want to pick him up for a sub spot. Then moving on to the Boston Uprising. He could potentially join them if they wanted to move Striker or Effect over more to like a hit scan projectile role. We've seen Striker play a really good Junkrat so far. Who knows how his Genji and Pharah could look. He's also played a decent McCree, so it is possible that Striker could flip over to another role and Effect could take over the tracer duties. Honestly, I think Mistakes will probably be replaced for next season because, yeah, he's decent, but they kind of need a hard carry. Most of the best teams in the Overwatch League, they have 2 hard carry DPS players. You look at New York, they have Saebyeolbe, they have Libero, Pine. Then you look at London Spitfire, well, they had Birdring, and then they have Prophet. I mean, the London Spitfire are just absolute proof of this. They had 2 really good DPS players, Birdring and Prophet. As soon as one of them started slacking really hard, the team just went to crap. They started losing so many random games. The London Spitfire during Stage 3 looked absolutely nothing like they did ever in Stage 1, not even close. It was a completely different team just because one of their star DPS players wasn't there anymore. Literally just shows if you don't have 2 consistent, strong performing DPS players every single game, you're gonna struggle. And honestly, Boston Uprising, they looked great with Dreamcasper, amazing. And ever since they lost him, yeah, they still looked really good. They were able to beat a lot of the top teams. But when it came down to it, Striker just wasn't able to solo carry. He needed more help. I still wholeheartedly believe if they had Dreamcasper playing instead of Mistakes, they probably would have beat New York Excelsior. Because how did they lose? They lost to 2 amazing DPS players. Pine and Saebyeolbe was destroying them. Libero and Saebyeolbe, they were destroying them every map. And then it was just Striker. Mistakes was there being a support DPS player, not really carrying his weight. Then you look at Philadelphia Fusion. They have 2 really good DPS. 3. They have Snillo, they have Carpe, they have EQO, they have 4 Shadowburn. It actually shows that most of these top teams actually have more than 2 really good DPS players. They have 3. LA Valiant, they have Bunny, they have Soon, they have Agilities, 3 really strong DPS players. So I see kind of a trend here for the top teams. Of course, not all of them have 3 or even 2 of them, but they make up for it in other areas. But I think in order to make it to the very top, you need to have those insane carries. Anyways, we got really sidetracked there. Let's go ahead and keep talking about Effect and which teams he could join. So moving on to London, as I just said, they're a strong team. They have really strong DPS players. I mean, if Birdring somehow can't get it back together, then Effect possibly could fit in here. But more than likely Birdring will get it together. Moving on to Seoul Dynasty. Now Seoul Dynasty could be an interesting spot for him. Yeah, they do have Munchkin, and he's a pretty good tracer, but I don't know if he's as good as Effect. He's had some slumpy times, and overall Soul Dynasty has slumped pretty hard too. I do think Wakid and Fleto are both really good projectile players, and obviously Fleto's Widowmaker is absolutely insane, so Effect could fit in for Soul Dynasty. Then moving on to the Los Angeles Valiant, I don't see Effect fitting in anywhere here. They recently just got Bunny, they have Soon. No room for him here. Moving on to Philadelphia Fusion, similar to the Los Angeles Valiant, no room for him. They have Carpe, Snillo, two hard tracer players. And that leaves us to the Houston Outlaws, where he actually could be a really good addition for this team, because obviously they have struggled with a tracer this entire season. And to be honest, if they don't make the playoffs, it's basically because they didn't have a tracer that could go up against other tracers for 3 stages of the season. So yeah, he could fit in really well for Houston. Kaikai's also there. He has previous experience with him. And now moving on to the LA Gladiators. The LA Gladiators are interesting. They do have Asher. He's a pretty good tracer, but I don't think he's as good as Effect. Kind of similar to Soul Dynasty and Munchkin. Effect can come in here and really do work. We've seen Surefour having to pick up the tracer duties here and there as well, so Effect would be a really good addition for that. I could also imagine Surefour and Effect working together and just destroying everybody, as well as Fisher and Effect. Ooh, could be nice here at the LA Gladiators for Effect. Then moving on to the San Francisco Shock, no need for him here. They have Dante, they have Sinatra. Moving on to the Dow, okay, he's on Dallas Field, probably won't be there again. And then we have the Florida Mayhem. And he could be a decent addition here. I could imagine a Seiya player and Effect combination. Ooh, that would be a dirty DPS combo. The only thing is, Logic is a pretty good tracer, and Seiya player really can't flex that much. So between Effect and Seiya player, there wouldn't really be a projectile player. So Effect could maybe work here at Florida Mayhem. It's a little iffy. And then moving on to the Shanghai Dragons, Addo's been a really good addition for them, and I really want to see where he could go. So I don't think it would make sense for Effect right now to join them, or Shanghai to even go for Effect. So that's pretty much the rundown for existing teams that Effect could join next season. But where I think Effect would really want to go, or be invited to go, is an expansion team. And believe me, these expansion teams, they're going to be offering a lot of money to these really good players to join them. Effect is going to be a really hot player for these expansion teams too, because they know he's unhappy, they know he probably wants to join another team. So if they just offer him a decent amount of money, and then tell him, hey, you could help us select the team, help us out, you'll be the captain, stuff like that, we're building around you, I think Effect would 120% go for that. Effect will most certainly have a lot to think about during the offseason. He's going to be a popular man, that's for sure. And honestly, I can't wait to see what he decides to do. Oh, and actually, speaking of expansion teams, what if Shadowburn and Effect got together to join an expansion team together? That sounds pretty sick. Imagine, guys, Shadowburn on Genji, Effect on Tracer, just diving together with a good Korean Winston. And it makes a whole lot of sense, because Shadowburn actually has a lot of experience competing with a Tracer who is Korean on his team. And then Effect, he has a lot of experience playing in an English environment, so there wouldn't be much communication problems there. And if you throw a really good main tank in there, wow, that sounds insane. So that's something to think about for the next season, guys. We'll definitely have a lot of more videos where I make theories and talk about which players should join which teams together, all that stuff, etc. during the off season. This is just a little taste of it, so let me know what you guys think about that. Effect and Shadowburn combined together, wow, nutty. So that's pretty much it for Effect, guys. He's done for Stage 4, he's done for Season 1. I 100% do not see him playing for the Dallas Fuel next season. He is going to leave unless they completely revamp the roster and even revamp the management. So, and I don't think all of that will happen. Effect, he's done, guys. He's going to be joining another team 100%. And let's go ahead and move on to the next topic now. And that's it for Effect. Let's go ahead and move on and talk a little bit about Fusion University. So today they showed up for their contenders match against Optic Academy, and these were the jerseys they were wearing. Yeah. Kind of funny. I mean, they're cool looking. I kind of want one of them, but obviously Blizzard will not allow them to go on stage with those. It says FU. Everybody knows what FU means. Blizzard is PG. It makes sense that they didn't allow them to. I just find the whole situation ironic, and props to Fusion University for doing it. And they're literally selling these jerseys too. It's kind of funny. And speaking of the Fusion University, these guys are good. They are so good, man. This Alarm and Who Are You combination of just Zenyatta and Genji Tracer play is absolutely insane. These guys look so Overwatch League caliber. It's insane. I mean, just take a look at this one little clip from Who Are You today in their match against Optic.
Said here, the Widow isn't the greatest from this positioning. They're gonna try and come in from the other angle, but Zachary gets caught. Smurf just got a Goomba stomp right on top of him, and suddenly Optic with an ability to move on in, but Who Are You? Creeping to the back. This is scary, looking for Keller. Keller in his sights, takes him down with ease, dashes back in. Is he gonna get the double? He does! Secret Agent, Who Are You? clears the way for Fusion.
Oh my god, that was such a beautiful play coming out from Who Are You, cleans up 3.
Yeah, the guy's insane, right? And it's just like one little 2K. He does this almost every single team fight. And what a lot of people don't know is this season of the Overwatch Contenders, he's been playing a lot of Tracer, and he is really good at her. He might be the best Tracer in the league. And obviously he's the best freaking Genji, no doubt about that. And then for this Alarm guy, wow. Like, he looks Jonak-esque. I know he's competing against a lot worse players than Jonak is, but he's doing stuff that Jonak does. Philadelphia's university team really got a hold of some prospects here, and if these guys bring them into their Overwatch League team come Season 3, they are going to be absolutely insane. Just imagine Carpe, Who Are You, Alarm. Oh man, that sounds so insane. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Today, they beat Optic Academy 3-1. It was a pretty decent set. It was pretty close. A lot of the maps were neck and neck, but Philly University were obviously the better team. So that means in the finals, we have Philadelphia Fusion's University team taking on Toronto Esports. This is going to be an epic matchup. I can't wait to see it. It's pretty much the battle of the 16-year-olds, and it's kind of funny. 2 of them are from America, 2 of them are from Korea. We have Dalton and Nero on the side of Toronto Esports, 2 just amazing prospects. No doubt about it, they will be in the Overwatch League going up against Alarm and Who Are You, 2 amazing prospects from Korea. It's going to be a battle to the death. I'm super excited to see this, guys. I cannot wait. Do not forget to check it out. It will be an epic match on tomorrow. And that's it for this video, guys. If you're new around here, do not forget to like, subscribe to the channel. I upload content like this every single day. And if you guys enjoy the double uploads, let me know down below. I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.